We have some new details on a story we were brought to you this week about a man suing Hollywood police after a shooting left him paralyzed.
The police department revealing the officer meant to discharge his taser instead of his gun. Local 10 News reporter Ian Margle is live outside Hollywood PD with the latest.
So that new information, as you mentioned, Hollywood police telling us the officer that shot this man and paralyzed him back in July had actually meant to reach for his taser. But this man's attorney is telling me this morning that is not an excuse they're going to accept.
Just take responsibility for what you did to him and stop trying to destroy a good man.
Attorneys Hunter Skolnick and Ben Crump represent Michael Ortiz, who was shot by Hollywood police back in July and paralyzed from the waist down.
He has to relearn what it means to get around, to go to the bathroom, to clean himself. And right now, while he's learning, he's relying on his mother. I mean, this is not what a grown man should ever have to do.
On July 3rd, 2021, Ortiz called 911 and fire rescue responded to this apartment complex on Hollywood Boulevard. When they got there, they say a naked Ortiz came out of the apartment, struggling with first responders and threatening to kill himself. Police arrived and tried to intervene, tasering and restraining Ortiz. But they say as they tried to put him into the elevator to bring him to a rescue vehicle downstairs, Ortiz continued to resist. That's when they say an officer intended to pull out a taser to use on Ortiz again, but instead, the officer pulled out his gun.
He was naked, face down, in handcuffs, and they shot him in the back.
The details are strikingly similar to those in the case of Dante Wright, where Minnesota police officer Kimberly Potter fired her gun instead of her taser and killed Wright. Potter was eventually found guilty of manslaughter, and now Ortiz's attorneys want to see this officer held accountable as well, saying the excuse of pulling the gun accidentally isn't acceptable.
It did not work for the officer in Minnesota, and it should not work in Hollywood, Florida.
So Hollywood police tell us when this happened, that officer was relieved of their duty as a sworn officer and has been assigned to administrative duties while this investigation is ongoing. I have asked to see how long that officer was with the department or still is with the department, how long they've been here. Still no word on that so far, but the attorneys for Mr. Ortiz are saying they want video, surveillance video, that the Hollywood Police Department says shows the entire thing. The attorneys want that released not only to the family, but to the entire public, and they want it done now. Live in Hollywood, I'm Ian Margle, Local 10 News.